We're going to start standing today. So come onto your mat. This is a slow flow yoga practice designed to boost your immune system, but as a result, it'll be a really nice joint release practice, so to let go of tension around your joints. So we're going to get started standing on your mat. You don't need anything else for the moment. Put your feet right underneath your hips. Stand up tall in mountain pose. Strap your arms by your sides. Now take as deep of a breath in through your nose as you can and fill up your lungs. Hold that breath in for a moment. Hold it, hold it, hold it. And then open your mouth, let it go. Press it all the way out and do it again as deep as you can. In through your nose. Stand up tall as you take that breath. Shoulders back and down. Once your lungs are completely full, hold for a moment. And out through your mouth. We're going to do that one more time. So now as deeply as you can. Inhale, inhale, inhale. Grow your body a little taller, crown of the head toward the ceiling. Stay grounded into your feet. Hold that breath in. And out through your mouth. Good. We're going to get started with a little side bend. Take your right arm up to your right ear and lift your left heel off the ground. So come up to the ball of your left foot. Take a deep breath in. Rest your left hand on your left thigh. As you exhale, a gentle side bend. Slide your left hand down your left thigh. And then we'll slowly switch sides. As you inhale, left arm up. Come up to the ball of your right foot. And as you exhale, slide your right hand down your right thigh, side bend to the right. So we're going to go side to side now and inhale to get really tall like we did in mountain pose a moment ago. And then an exhale to side bend. And take your time and inhale to stretch up through that left arm, lift your right heel, and exhale, side bend. Let's try a couple more rounds like that. Inhale, right arm up. Lengthen your spine, exhale, side bend. And inhale, left arm up, right heel lifts. Exhale, side bend. Let's do one more round in each direction. So first, right arm up, left heel lifts. And exhale, side bend. And then left arm up, right heel lifts. And exhale, side bend. Good. Come back to center, drop your arms and step your feet out slightly wide on your mat. Angle your toes out and your heels in. Now, make a W shape with your arms. And as you inhale, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Move your arms back. As you exhale, bring your elbows as close together as you can in front of you. Try to stretch your shoulder blades apart. So do that again. Inhale, squeeze your shoulder blades back. Now we'll add on a squat, horse stance. Elbows try to touch out in front of you. Straighten your legs. Inhale, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Open your chest. Exhale, horse stance. Elbows try to touch. So let's do that again. Inhale, but I'm going to give you one more option. You don't have to take it, but if you want it, right elbow under the left, horse stance, eagle arms. And then unwind, shoulder blades back. Exhale, left elbow under the right, horse stance, eagle arms. Doesn't matter which arm you do first or second, but you can certainly keep going, just elbows squeezing in together. Good. Keep going with your breath. Squeeze back. Try to slow it down a little bit. Stretch your upper back open just gently as you sink into your squat. Got 2 more rounds like this. Good. The most important thing for your immune system is to move. Just to move, but especially around your joints where your lymph nodes reside. Good. Squeeze back one more time. Inhale. And then drop your arms. Exhale and heel toe your feet to about shoulder distance apart. Bend your knees and take a gentle swinging twist. Good. Keep breathing. Slow, deep breaths. And slow down your swing. All right, we're going to step, if we can, over to a wall space, but if you don't have a wall space today, no big deal. You'll just come down onto your mat for a moment on hands and knees. But if you have a little wall space, we're going to do a plank at the wall that may turn into a few little push-ups. Push-ups down on the mat is fine. All right, so lean against the wall, feet step back a little bit behind your hips. Take a breath in. As you exhale, bend your elbows, lean toward the wall, tighten your core, and inhale, push the wall away. So we're going to do about 10 rounds, and if you're down on the ground, you can be leaning forward. You don't have to do all the way down to a push-up if you're down on the ground, although you're welcome to. But keep pushing away, either the wall or the floor. Keep as long a spine as you can. Tailbone a little bit long, front ribs tightening in. Should be closing in on those last couple here. Good. And last one. Good. Now, we are going to turn our right side to the wall and do a quick shoulder clock. If you don't have a wall nearby, something like a door frame would be fine, or you can sit down on the mat and use your chair if you need to. So right side to the wall, and we're going to take our right arm. Imagine that your body is a big clock, and your right arm is the minute hand, and it's going to move to 5 minutes past the hour. So it's going to come up and back behind you. Now, the closer you stand toward the wall or the farther away from the wall will start to change the amount of stretch you feel. So adjust yourself until you feel some stretch in the front of your right shoulder and arm. Drop your shoulder blades down, relax your neck. We're going to take another really deep, slow breath like that here, and then we're going to change the angle. So now your hand goes a little bit lower to about 10 minutes past the hour. It's approximate, right? Then adjust if you need to. If you're not feeling much stretch, you might even start to turn your chest away from the wall a little bit. Now breathe as deeply as you can. Make it as gentle as you need to. You don't want to start to feel numbness or tingling down your arm. Just a stretch for that inner arm, inner shoulder. Take another deep breath here. And we're going to change the angle one last time. Now your hand comes down about level with your shoulder. So it's about quarter past the hour. And then again, adjust as you need to get a stretch for that inner arm. Cross your chest a little bit on the right side. Relax your neck. Nice tall posture in the rest of your spine. We're almost there. We'll take another deep breath all the way in. And all the way out. And then step away from the wall and swing that right arm forward and back a few times. Good. And then stretch both arms down, and you should see your right arm, right hand, right fingers are a little longer than the left. Good. Let's even ourselves out. Turn your left side to your wall. Take your left hand up, and now we're going to go back behind us again, so to 5 minutes before the hour here for the left side. Good. And then from there, adjust yourself so you start to feel a gentle stretch. Either step closer to the wall, further away, or turn a little bit away from the wall. Relax your neck. Get your weight down into your feet as symmetrically as you can, so you're not leaning against the wall or leaning away from the wall. And we'll take another really deep breath in here. Really deep breath out. And then adjust to about 10 minutes before the hour, so your hand goes back a little bit and down a little bit, and then adjust as you need to make this stretch mellow, but, enough for you to feel like you're opening up without tingling, numbness, pain, or strain. Focus on breathing. Use your inhalations to create even a little bit more space for that inner arm, inner shoulder. Use your exhalations to let go a little bit more. We'll take one more like this. And then we're going to switch it to about quarter of. So about in line with your shoulder. And just last few breaths here. Deep and slow. Chest should feel open a little bit, even on the right side, but shouldn't be back bending. Lengthen through the crown of your head. And now one more, as deep as you can. And And once you're done exhaling, step away from the wall, swing that left arm forward and back a few times. You can come back onto your mat. Good. This time swing both arms and let them cross a little bit in front and behind. Change the cross as you go. Good. All right, now step your feet out as wide as you can comfortably take them. Turn your right foot all the way out to the right, 90 degrees. We're heading toward Warrior Two. You might widen that right foot out toward the right edge of your mat a little bit. That's for tighter hips or wider hips. Turn your left foot 10 degrees or 15 degrees to the right as well. And then bend your right knee and take your arms out parallel to the floor. Your left leg should stay straight and strong. Pull in through your navel a little bit. Good. We're going to get a little bit more work in our arms in here, even as we work this sideways lunge. So strength for our hips and thighs as well. Turn your palms up. Straighten your right leg. Take your arms up. You might look up if you like. Exhale, palms out and down, and lunge back into your Warrior Two. Do it again. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, Warrior Two, arms out parallel to the ground. Try a few rounds like that. Inhale as deeply as you can. And exhale. Good. Take some work to keep your arms overhead like that. So feel how you're working the muscles, top of your shoulders, top of your arms. Try to get really long in your armpits, the sides of your waist. Good. And one more round. Inhale. Good. And exhale. Drop your arms. Turn yourself, parallel your feet, and step your feet in. Interlace your hands behind your back. So make a fist there. And start with your fist resting on your hips. Squeeze your elbows towards each other. Now that might be enough. Start to get a stretch again across your chest. Or inhale, lift your fist up for a moment. Try not to tip forward. Keep your chest lifted. Exhale, let your fist rest back down. Squeeze your elbows together. Inhale. If you can, lift your fist. If not, keep your fist on your hips. Exhale, relax it back down. Let's do 2 more rounds. Inhale, lift, open up at a different angle now. The front of your arms, front of your shoulders. Exhale, relax, and 1 more round like that. Inhale, squeeze back and lift up. And exhale, relax. Step yourself out wide again, as wide as you can comfortably go. Then turn your left foot all the way to the left, possibly widen that left foot out to the left a bit. Turn your right foot 10 or 15 degrees to the left. And come on down, Warrior Two. Bend your left knee. Make sure that knee is tracking your ankle. It's not knocking in or swaying out too far. Drop your shoulders. Arms roughly parallel to the ground. Now, turn your palms up. Pull your navel in a little bit. Inhale, straighten your left leg. Arms come up. You might look up if that feels natural in your neck. Exhale, Warrior Two, lunge down. Good. Inhale, straighten that left leg, reach up. Exhale, just your left knee bends, right leg stays straight. Take a couple more rounds. Try to slow yourself down. Reach up and exhale. Any kind of movement that pumps blood through your joints, around your hips and inner thighs, around your armpits, your shoulders, in your neck. Your blood flow is what helps your lymphatic system to flush itself out. 1 more round like that. Inhale, when you're ready, reach up. And exhale, sink on down. Drop your arms, turn, parallel your feet. Step your feet in and step yourself to the short edge of your mat. Good. Reach your arms out and up. Inhale. We're going to do a little marching flow here. Bring your right knee up. Grab behind your thigh if you can and help that knee to come up a little bit. Then step forward a little bit and inhale. Take your arms up again. Exhale. Bring your left knee up. Pull that knee up toward you with your hands if you can. Inhale. Reach up. Exhale. Right knee comes up. Step forward a bit. Inhale. Arms up. Exhale, left knee comes up. Step forward a bit, inhale, reach up. Exhale, right knee up. If you run out of space, just stop at the top of your mat. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, left knee up. Turn yourself around. We're going to do it one more time. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, right knee up. Balance for as long as you can there as you exhale, and then step forward. Inhale. Good. Exhale, left knee up. Do your best. Stand up tall as you pull that knee up. Step forward. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, right knee up. And then step forward a little bit. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, left knee up. Step forward a little bit. Inhale, arms up. This is our last round. Right knee up. And inhale, arms up. And exhale, left knee up. Good. Drop that left foot down and go grab your chair or stool or whatever you have that might substitute with legs, but without arms. Okay. So you're going to take your chair. If you have a wall space, you can use the wall as well, but the wall's not necessary. If you're using the wall, though, turn the seat of your chair toward the wall. A stool, it won't matter. Make sure there's some padding on there. It's going to be for your knee. And then let's put one of our knees on our padded chair or stool and step the opposite foot forward until we can bend that front knee and lunge forward a little bit. Start to feel a stretch for that knee side set of hip flexors, front of your hip and thigh. Now, if you don't have a chair at all, you can do this lunge right down on your mat with your back knee on the mat, and that would be fine. You can always use a couch or an ottoman or whatever you have available. Now, start to lengthen your spine a little bit. The side that the knee is on your chair or stool, reach that arm up. Lift your rib cage up on that side. If it makes sense to your body to look up and back bend a little bit, look up and back bend a little bit. It might make more sense, especially if your back is tender or reactive in back bends, to really hug your belly in, back off a little bit, and keep a flat back. Now, most importantly here, breathe. Try to make even more space in your belly, in your rib cage, in the front of your hip with your inhalations. With your exhalations, relax a little bit. Try to let go of some excess tension. Let's try 2 more breaths on this side. Deep as you can. And now last one. Deep breath in. All the way out. Bring your arm down and find your way off of your chair or stool. Give your legs a little jiggle. And then we'll change sides. Your opposite knee goes on the chair. The other foot steps forward. Let yourself lunge a bit. You want to feel that the knee side leg is back behind you and a stretch in the front of your hip and thigh on that side. And then start to play a little bit. Lengthen your spine if you can. The arm, so same side, the knee is on the chair. That arm goes up. And then you're really lengthening where you can, especially from that right hip, up through your right side ribs, up through your armpit, your arm. But at the same time, relax where you can relax. Drop your tailbone a little bit. Try to relax some tension in the front of that stretching hip and thigh. Breathe as deeply as you can. Let your shoulder blades relax down a little bit. You might be looking up, you might be looking forward or down, especially to assist with balance. Navel in as much as you need for your low back. And heading into our last 2 breaths here, as deep as you can. Good. And one more. Perfect. Arm comes down, find your way off of your chair. That's it. We're done with that chair or stool. You can get that out of the way. Have your blanket or cushion hanging around, though, next to your mat. And step yourself to the back edge of your mat again. So this time we're going to do just some slow walk backs to try to build up a little bit more heat in our bodies before we cool down. Inhale, reach your arms up. Bend your knees, fold down, and crawl your hands out to plank pose, shoulders over wrists, or drop your knees and do a kneeling plank, either one. Take a deep breath in. We're going to take our hips up and back to down dog, and then bend your knees a little bit and walk your hands back to your feet, so you're in a bent knee forward fold. Now flatten out your back, lift your head. Inhale, use the power of your legs to press yourself up. Reach up, inhale. Exhale, bend your knees, hands to the mat, crawl yourself out to plank or kneeling plank. Take a breath in, head, shoulders, and heels in one line, best you can. Exhale, hips up and back. Bend your knees a little bit as needed. Walk your hands back to your feet, forward fold. Then flatten out your back, bend your knees. Bounce your hips a little bit in space and feel like a jack-in-the-box. Now push yourself up. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bent knees, fold, walk your hands out, plank or kneeling plank. Take a deep breath in. Hips up and back, down dog. Bend your knees a little, walk your hands back to your feet. Then bend your knees deeply, flat back. Inhale, come up. And one more round. Exhale, fold down, crawl yourself out to plank or kneeling plank. Take a deep breath in. Downward dog, walk your hands back to your feet, forward fold. Bend your knees flat back. Inhale, come up to stand. And this time, exhale, fold and lower yourself down to your knees and take a child's pose. Hips back to your heels. You can widen your knees if you like. Bow your head down and slow your breath down. Feel the way your heart is beating faster. That's a good indication that your blood flow is moving more freely around your body. And your blood helps carry any foreign invaders that your lymph cells have captured. Your blood helps carry them to the parts of your body that get rid of waste. Your kidneys, your bladder, your intestines. Good. Take another slow deep breath there. And then come on up, hands and knees. Good. Lower down to your forearms. We're going to take a puppy pose here. With your elbows under your shoulders, take a big step forward with one hand and then with the other and go out to the edges of your mat. Look down and externally rotate your arms like you do in down dog. Take a breath in. And exhale, bow your head down and let your breastbone sink down toward the ground. Let your hips roughly stacked over your knees and a feeling of stretch or opening in your chest or in your upper back, your shoulder blades. Could feel it in your armpits or in the sides of your body. But most importantly, breathe. Good. We'll take 2 more rounds of breath like that, as deep as you can. And one more. And then bring yourself up to hands and knees and stand up on your shins. If you need extra padding under your knees, put your blanket or cushion under your knees. Step your right leg out to the right. We're going to do a long leg gate pose. Now, in order to get comfortable in your foot and ankle, it might be better to rest on your heel and point your toes up. It might be better to point your toes. You can do whatever feels best for that foot or ankle. Rest your right hand on your right thigh. Inhale, take your left arm up by your left ear and exhale, side bend. Slide your right hand down your right thigh and breathe for a moment. If this arm overhead feels like a strain on your shoulder, put your hand behind your head and let your shoulder relax a little bit. If it feels good to keep a long arm, then keep a long arm. Get really deep and full with your inhalations down into your belly, the side of your waist there on the left. Full deep exhalations. Last round like that, as deep as you can. Good, and then cartwheel yourself up, come down to hands and knees. Point your right toes forward toward the short edge side of your mat, and if you can, put the sole of that right foot down. Okay, I'm going to turn so you can see a different view of this. All right, now from here, inhale, stretch your left arm a little bit up toward the ceiling, turn your chest to your left. Exhale, don't lower down, keep your chest at this height, but thread your left arm underneath your right arm and reach to the right. Try that again. Inhale, reach up with your left arm. Exhale, thread under and through. You might have an inner thigh stretch on this right leg. We're trying to do a little bit of upper back twisting. Do it again, reach up, inhale. Exhale, thread under and through. Good. Now put that left hand back down. If you have a nice inner thigh stretch in that right inner thigh, stay here and breathe. If you don't, try lowering down to your forearms and scooching that right foot wider, wider, wider to the right. And try to find just a little gentle inner thigh stretch. Breathe here for a moment. It might not be the deepest stretch in the world. Okay, hips roughly stacked over that left knee or in line with that left knee like we did for puppy pose. We'll try for 2 more breaths here. As deep as you can. And last one. And then come back up, hands and knees. Bring that right knee in. Stand up on your shins. Good. Stretch your left leg out to the left and decide what is most comfortable. Rock up to your heel, point your toes toward the ceiling, or point your toes. Left hand on left thigh. Inhale, right arm comes up. And exhale, gently slide down and side bend. And you have a choice to make with this right arm. You can bend your elbow, take your hand behind your head, or you can keep that right arm long and reach up and out through your fingers. Use your lower abdominals just a little bit, a little hug in. Drop your shoulder blades enough that you're not over tensing in your neck and in the slope of your shoulders. And then breathe in all the way as you inhale. Breathe out all the way as you exhale. Last one like that, as deep as you can. Breathe all the way in. Deep as you can. Breathe all the way out. And then bring yourself up, lower down, hands and knees. Now, that left leg is out to the left. Try to point your left toes forward, and if you can, get down to the outer edge of your foot. It's not a big deal if you can't get the outer edge of your foot all the way down. Now we're looking for a little inner thigh stretch. You could lower down to your forearms to try to find it, or you could widen that left foot wider to the left. The closer your hips come down to the mat, the more you should start to feel just a little something, and maybe a lot of something. It depends on your body. Doesn't need to be the deepest thing in the world. Could just be gentle, but breathe into it. Should be working with as flat a back as you can here, so you're not hunching or rounding if you can help it, even if your forearms are down. Good, keep breathing. Almost there. Last 2 rounds. And now one more. Beautiful. And press yourself back up. Bring that left knee in and find a comfortable seat on your mat. Good. Comfortable seat on your mat. That might mean grabbing your blanket and sitting up on your blanket. Does not need to be crossed legs, but if you're comfortable in crossed legs, that's fine. All right, now drop your shoulders down. Take your left hand behind your back and either tuck those left fingers in your waistband or grab your right upper arm. Now take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, tilt your right ear to your right shoulder. Good. Now slow, deep breath, stretching open that left side neck, left side upper shoulder, collarbone. You might feel this in the front of your arm. Try to relax your hips and thighs without slouching. And feel your breath rising and falling. Deep, slow inhalations. Deep, slow exhalations. We'll take one more round like that, as deep as you can. And then let your left hand slide back down next to your left hip and rotate your chin down towards your inner right shoulder. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, slowly roll your chin down across your chest, over to the left. Pause there and take a deep breath in, and slowly roll your chin down and over to the right again. And take a deep breath in. Let's try it again. Exhale, roll slowly down across your chest, over to the left. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, roll slowly down, over to the right. Take a deep breath in. Now this time, come right down to the center of your chest. And from there, lift your chin straight up. Let's take a few alternate shoulder rolls here. One shoulder at a time, rolls up and back and down. Good. And change the direction. Good. And if you're sitting with crossed legs, change the cross. Sit up tall, take your right hand behind your back, either fingers in your waistband or grab your left upper arm. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, tilt your left ear to your left shoulder. Drop your shoulders down and start to breathe really deeply. Feel your hips underneath you. Feel your breath rising and falling, especially there in the right side of your neck and shoulder. Even small movements, even just the rise and fall of your breath, can help to keep your immune system healthy. We're almost there now, about 2 more breaths here. And last one. Now let your right hand slide down by your right hip. Rotate your chin into your left inner shoulder. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, gently, slowly roll in a half circle down across your chest, over to the left. Lift up part way. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, roll down and across. And to the left, take a deep breath in. We'll do one more like that. Exhale, down and across to the right. Deep breath in. And now down and across to the left one last time. Take a deep breath in. And bring your chin down to the center of your chest. From there, lift your chin up and take 3 symmetrical shoulder rolls. Good. And 3 in the other direction. Awesome. All right, we're coming down onto our backs next. So bring your feet out in front of you. If you need something under your head, you can set your blanket up as a pillow. Otherwise, a strap may come in handy here. So if you do have a strap handy, have it nearby and come down onto your back. All right, so we're going to try a half happy baby here on our backs. First, bend your right knee, both knees bent, but lift that right foot up and grab hold of your right shin and just squeeze your right knee in toward you and widen it to the right an inch or 2. So it starts to be a little wider than your rib cage on the right. Now, this might be a good place to stay, especially if you don't have a strap and you find reaching for your foot difficult. But if you can, either put a strap over your foot or reach your right hand up inside your right knee and grab the outer edge of your right foot, or hook your big toes with your peace sign fingers. And then see if a half happy baby shape with a bent knee, point the sole of your right foot toward the ceiling. See if that makes sense to your body. You want to gently pull down a little bit with your hand or with your strap. You can let your left knee tilt out to the left a little bit, and that can help even out the feeling of weight in your hips and in your lower back. But you can keep that left knee pointed toward the ceiling as well, just to see what feels good to your body. Now take a few more slow, deep breaths here. You might have a hamstring stretch going on. If you want to deepen that hamstring stretch, you can straighten your right leg the tiniest little bit straighter, but try to keep your knee pulling toward the floor just gently. Almost there. One more breath. And then slowly let that right foot come down to the mat. Couple windshield wipers, arms to cactus, sway your knees to the left and then to the right, to the left and then to the right, and breathe as you do that. Relax your shoulders, relax your hips. Good, the next time you finish up a round of those windshield wipers, come back to center. Now, first pick your left foot up and just grab your shin and pull in with a bent knee and widen your left knee to the left a little bit. That might be where you stay, or put your strap over your foot, or reach up inside your left knee and grab the outer edge of your foot or hook your big toe. If you want to keep going, then point the sole of your left foot up toward the ceiling and gently pull down a little bit with your strap or your hand. Your right knee can stay bent and tilting open. It can point up toward the ceiling, but let's keep that right knee bent for today so we can focus on deepening in our hip socket a little bit on that left side. So breathe, and as you breathe, if you want a little bit more hamstring stretch, you could try going a little bit straighter with that left leg, but try to keep your knee pulling down gently toward the floor, a little bit wider than your left side ribs. And you're almost there now. Last slow, deep breath like that. Good, and slowly bring your left foot down. Arms to cactus, one more round of windshield wipers, knees to the right, knees to the left. This time turn your chin in the opposite direction that your knees are going. We're so close heading into our final relaxation here. We'll finish up one last set of windshield wipers. And then hug both knees in and give yourself a gentle rock side to side. Now would be a good time to set yourself up for your final relaxation. So if you want to make yourself a little bit more comfortable and give yourself a pillow or neck roll or cover up with a blanket to stay warm, take whatever time you need now to make yourself comfy. If we can, we're gonna spend our relaxation with a butterfly shape in our legs. So knees wide, soles of the feet together. That may not be comfortable for your hips, so if it's not comfortable, feel free to either straighten your legs out, Shavasana style, or keep your knees bent and knocking in towards each other. But if you can, one last little opening for your inner thighs here as we relax in Shavasana, knees wide, soles of the feet together. Arms like a rag doll. Take your arms out a little bit wide, but down a little bit as well. Palms face the ceiling. Lengthen your neck, lengthen your lower back as you need to, and relax your shoulder blades back underneath you. Try to imagine me gently pressing on your inner shoulders, pushing them a little bit toward the floor. And start to focus on the rise and fall of your breath. If you can hear the weed eater from my neighbor, I'm very sorry. Hopefully it will pass in a moment. You can mute me if you want to for relaxation. All right, now feel your breath moving in through your nose, into your lungs, and out of your lungs, out through your nose. Feel your whole body relaxing. Relax your hips and your legs, your feet and your toes. Relax your shoulders and your arms, your hands and your fingers. Feel your chest and your belly rising and falling with your breath. And especially as you exhale, relax your chest, relax your belly. Feel your back muscles rising and falling with your breath. And especially as you exhale, relax your back. Relax your neck, the slope of your shoulders. Relax your throat and your jaw. Relax the sides of your face. Relax your eyebrows and your eyelids and your eyes. Relax the back of your head back into the ground. Feel this moment of peace and calm, and absorb it so you can pick it up and take it with you when you go. And now take a really deep breath in through your nose. Sigh it out through your mouth, and if your knees are still wide, use your hands on your outer thighs to help your knees draw together. And straighten your legs out and start to gently move your fingers, move your toes, move your wrists, move your ankles. And from there, stretch your arms out as straight as you can. Straighten your legs, take a deep breath in, and sigh it out through your mouth. Bring your arms back down. Bend your knees, lift your feet, and one more time hug your knees in. Give yourself a final rock side to side. And then from there, drop your feet, roll to one side. Take one more deep breath in and out. And use the strength of your arms to press yourself up to a seat. Once you come up, take a moment, sit up tall, and inhale, open your arms wide. Exhale, hands to your heart. Namaste.